Is it right that allowing the celebration of a Mexican holiday, Cinco de Mayo, is more important in an American school than students' rights to show their patriotism on the same day by wearing a T-shirt that proudly displays the American flag? Well, that's what a decision by Chief U.S. District Judge James Ware of San Francisco implied when he ruled that the principal at Live Oak High School in Northern California acted appropriately when he made three students remove their T-shirts because they were displaying the American flag on a day when the Mexican students at that school were celebrating Cinco de Mayo. The ruling was based on the fact that the previous year, yelling broke out between the two groups on the same day when the white students hung an American flag and chanted USA while the Mexican students walked around waving the Mexican flag. The Mexican students were not asked to stop displaying their loyalty to their nationality, while the American students were forced to change their clothes or risk consequences. In the lawsuit Dariano versus Morgan Hill Unified School District, filed by the American students and their families, they say that the First Amendment protects their right to engage in peaceful patriotic speech, and it accuses the school of discrimination. The government is not supposed to interfere with a person's point of view. The students referred to a previous case, Tinker versus Des Moines Independent School District in 1969. The courts ruled that the school could not stop the students from wearing armbands that represented peace because they could not reasonably predict that it would cause disruption in the school. The judge felt that the school did not have reason to believe that the safety of the students was in jeopardy. In this Morgan Hill case, it's the same as the Tinker case. There was no evidence that these students were causing a disruption or the possibility of violence. The freedom to honor their country should have not been stopped because of the previous actions of others that were not even related to the specific case. Is it clear that the school officials used the unfounded threat of violence as an excuse to ban the American students from showing their loyalty because they are afraid of offending the Mexican soldiers? When Grant Scaff, a student from Hans Ranch High School in Colorado, was asked about this event, he asked, "How could people who are being given the opportunity to have a better life in this country be offended by one that symbolizes the rights this country allows them?" When the case is heard in front of the appeals court, Americans and Mexicans should be there in the American flag shirts, ready to show their support for our First Amendment right to say we are proud to be an American.